How's it going, everybody? If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. And here in a little bit, we're going to get started on a couple coin rings. If you want to check out my website, there is a link on my profile, or you can go to coinringmaker.com. You can also go directly to my store website by visiting buycoinrings.com. Thank you. If anybody has any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. These are all made with coins. I make a bunch of different types of coin rings, from silver dimes to quarters to half dollars to dollars, all the way up to American Eagles. I've been adding some silver rounds to my website recently. These are brand new as of yesterday. These are miniature, like Walking Liberty, but these are basically pure silver instead of the 90% coin silver. And I'm actually wearing this one. I really like it a lot. And I sold one of them this morning. Do you source the coins yourself, or do customers send them to you? I prefer to work on my own coins in case something does go wrong while I'm working on the ring. I don't want to damage your property, so that's just kind of a creative decision I've made. So currently I'm not working on customers' coins. I have quite a few here. I've got a decent inventory of coins, I guess you could say. So I have quite a bit you can pick from. If you want to check them out, there should be a gold chain at the bottom of the screen you can tap on, and that'll show you most of my work. If you want to see my whole website, like store website, click this logo right here and the link on my profile, and you can see all the newer stuff there. TikTok hasn't uploaded all my products yet. Like this silver ring I just added yesterday isn't on the TikTok yet. Do I have rings for each state? Yes. I have all 50 states in copper clad and about 40 states in 90% silver. How often do I mess up? It's like 1 in 100. It's not really that often, and usually I can save it. So actually, like with this ring yesterday, I was working on it and it went a little sideways on me, and I was actually able to straighten it out and keep a bunch of detail on here and get it to the correct size and shape. But if you would have seen this yesterday, you would have been like, that ring's pretty much done for. So I was actually able to save this one, but sometimes the ring will split as I'm stretching it, and there's not a whole lot I can do there. That looks like this. And this usually happens because I'm in a rush and I didn't sand the cut edge or anneal the coin enough. So it does happen, but not very often, and usually when I'm rushing. So if I take my time, they usually come out pretty good. Your ring should be here today. That sounds good. I actually had to stop part way with this one yesterday, so we're going to go ahead and finish this. How do I polish and shine the ring? I start with 4-0 steel wool which is like, it's like this. I start with this, and that knocks off a lot of the fire scale. That's this kind of blackish, yellowish stuff on here that happens when you heat it up. So I'll knock the fire scale off with this. Then I'll use a jewelry polishing wipe. And I just recently started using rouge and flex shaft to really polish these up. And these all have been polished with that, so that's why they are so shiny. Start to heat when they split. Yeah, I try to catch the problem before they split, but usually when I'm rushing, it goes straight through the whole coin, like with this one. And almost always, this split happens on the back of my ring stretcher, where I can't see it start. But if I slow down, usually they come out really nice, like these. Do I have any holes punched in them? Yeah, I usually have to punch a hole in the coin to get it started. I have an example of that. So this is what a quarter looks like when I just punched a hole in it. So all the coins get a hole punched in them, and then I fold them and shape them to about this point, and then we reduce it down to the correct ring size. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this ring. And this is a pretty old half dollar. This is a 1935 Walking Liberty half dollar. Guy wanted to get the oldest one I had. I think it's going to make a nice ring. But I think I am going to have to Swedish wrap this just a little bit, because this, like the top half of this is just a little further out than I want it to be, and I don't want to stretch it out anymore. So we're going to reduce this in the Swedish wrap, and to do that I'm going to wrap it in some tape. And this is just like white plumber's tape, and this helps keep the detail on the coin. Gets in the way of the metal on metal contact. Thank you. Yeah, flex shaft is pretty handy. I really like it. I got it to start putting stones in rings, but I've been a little too scared to try it. I don't want to mess up like a finished ring just to practice setting stones, but it's something I need to do. But it's very useful for cleaning too. I didn't think it would be so good at cleaning the rings. But that's definitely useful for that. So this is mostly all the way through here, so we're just going to push this all the way to the bottom on this. Gonna bottom it out. There we go. And we'll flip it over so that both sides are about even. Got 444 likes already. Thank you guys. It's stuck in there. This is a really good way to get stuff out. You find yourself a pusher that fits in the bottom. That way you don't have metal on metal contact, and you just kind of push it out just a little bit. This one's not a great example because it's all screwed up. There we go. There's our ring so far. check the size on it. It needs to be, I think, a size 11.5. Right now it's sitting at about a 13, so we've got quite a bit of reduction to do. That's all right. Fire up the old computer and double check the ring size on this. How's everybody doing this morning? Here's how it's looking so far. Honestly, I'd like it like this. I think that looks pretty good, but we need to make it a little smaller. That's why I'm getting the wrong shape. This is a 25-degree die. I've been using this like it's 17 degrees. Thank you. I work nights, so I get to do this during the day. There we go. 17-degree die. Too small on this side. That won't work. Let me find the right die here. This one is just an awkward shape. Won't fit in there. That's too big. Huh. I think we can do it in this one. See if this will go in. Nope. Keep trying. This might be the one. I think it is. There we go. You want your ring to stick out of your die just a little bit. I'm gonna flip it over and reduce this other side. You always want to do the same thing on each side once you've got your ring nice and even. Flip the die over and reduce it some more. And this is size 11. $1,000 likes. Fantastic. Size 12.5, so we've still got a little ways to go. Looking pretty cool. Almost to an 11. Very close. what was it? It was a Walking Liberty $50. Let's see. Thank you. Now we get to clean it up. This is my favorite part. So here you can see we've got a bunch of fire scale on this coin ring, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring that shine back to the silver. First thing we're going to do is take this 0000 steel wool and just start knocking it off, and you can already see that silver's coming back. Silver's so pretty. I really like working with it. It's super reflective. Very pretty metal. And we'll just work our way all the way around this ring. Knocking that nasty fire scale off of there. And you can see the difference from the inside and the outside now. Still got some buffing to do. And after I get the majority of this off of here, you don't know your size, the best thing to do is just visit a jewelry store and have them size your finger. It should be free, shouldn't take very long, and it should be pretty accurate. That way I can make you the most comfortable ring, one that will actually fit nicely. There we go. So the outside's looking pretty cleaned up. We're going to do the inside. And I'm going to drop it in this pickle solution here. This is just water and Sparex. And that's going to knock off any fire scale I didn't get to. Silver extraction process. Also use that. I don't extract anything. I just anneal it. So I'm not like melting silver. I'm just kind of weakening it. And not for very long. Yeah, I don't know, I'm in a pretty well ventilated workspace, and it's not like right in front of my face. I mean, you got to be careful. Yeah, I think when they make the coins themselves, though, it's just silver and copper. Like, it's been refined. So we're going to let this sit in here for, I don't know, a minute or two. And this just needs some polishing, but that's pretty much finished. So we can move on to the next ring, which is a 90% silver state quarter. Should be pretty fun. Clean up a little bit around here. Got the Michigan
Could be a size 9. Nice.
Hop back over here. Now, 1,400 likes on this so far. I think I do have California. I've got like 40 of the 50 states. Some of these are harder to get a hold of, especially the ones that they made in 1999. It's the first year they did the state quarters, and those are just harder to find and more expensive, so I don't have any of them. But I do have a pretty decent collection, and I'm pretty sure I have California. You should be able to find the listing for it by tapping the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. You've got all of them if I want them. Yeah, I'm slowly stocking up on these. Like I said, I've got about 40 of them so far, so I'm getting pretty close. But this is a 90% silver, very nice quarter, and we're going to make it into a ring for a customer. First thing we got to do is bust it out of this slab here. This little flip. Look at that. And we're going to put it in here. And this thing is going to center this coin. It's kind of funnel shaped on the top, so as I twist this down, it's going to auto center. Pretty cool tool. I'm just going to make sure the coin doesn't fall off as we twist it down. A stapler puller. I guess I should get one. I don't know. I just tear them open. It's not like I'm gonna reuse it. Cool. Easy on the fingers. Nice. And there's our little center punch. I'm going to use a different hammer to knock this out of here. Looking good. Alright. Now this punch does leave a kind of sharp edge on the inside here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a deburring tool and just clean that up and smooth it out. And of course catch what silver I can. If I can find my deburring tool. There we go. It looks like I got a bunch of... Should probably not use steel wool over my silver collection bowl. That's stupid. There we go, that's better. Flip it over and do the other side here. Make earrings out of the rest. Well, since there's only one punch for each coin, I offer them as keychains. So you can get like a center punch keychain with your ring. That's an option on most of the coin ring listings. Yeah, stick around. We're going to get this looking like a nice ring before long. Hope you get better water than Flint. Yeah, I live in Texas, so our water, I mean, it's not great. I get most of my water from Colgan, I ain't gonna lie. There we go. So we're gonna heat this coin up just a little bit, soften up this silver, and start bending it. Texas! Hell yeah. We got it dried off. Got a bunch of nice fire scale on here. That's all right. We'll hop over to the 1-ton press. Start folding this puppy. Looks like we just broke 2,000 likes on here. I wonder how fast y'all can get to 2,500. Midland. I've been to Midland. Played you guys in high school. So we want the date on the outside of this ring, so we're going to put that face down on the doming block here. Pretty much Amarillo. And for you Texas guys, I do make Texas coin rings. So check them out. They come out really cool. They've got this nice like rope design around the outside. It says Lone Star State right there. Texas right across the top. 2004 on the back. In pluribus unum. Pretty cool. You should be able to order these through the gold chain at the bottom of the screen or the link on my profile, which you can get to by tapping my logo right up here. There's a bunch of cool rings there. Lived in Amarillo for 28 years. It's an interesting place. I lived there for a little bit. Live between two lakes. That sounds nice. Ain't no lakes around here. Well, there are, but they're they're pretty shallow. 2-foot deep lake. No, I've never attended Willie Nelson's lawnmower races. That sounds pretty cool, though. Amarillo is a funny place. Like, they've got all these sporting teams, like hockey and baseball, but they change the team's name like every 5 years. So you can never really keep up. They're constantly, I guess, changing owners' hands, and every time somebody buys the team, they change the name. Cracks me up. So we just stretch this out a little bit more on my ring stretcher here. Check the size on it. I'm actually going to stretch it a little more because it needs to be a size 9, so we're going to stretch it over so that we can reduce it and get a nice shape on it. How long does it take to make a ring? I usually have them made within 1 or 2 days of someone ordering, and then shipping is 1 to 4 days. Some rings are a little more labor intensive than others. The bigger, older rings take a bit more work. Show us the stretcher. It's tricky to do because I need 2 hands to do it. But basically how it works is I push up on this lever, and that pushes this thing, which is kind of cone-shaped, out of the top. When that goes up, these splines move outward and stretch the ring, like all the way from the inside. It's pretty cool. Difficult to film, though. I'll check the size on this. Yeah, no problem. I need to just get like a camera mount that I can put like right here, or maybe off to the side a little bit. But at this time, I do not have it. Yeah, you can walk straight across most of the lakes around here. They are pretty shallow. Well, if anybody has any questions about what's going on here, feel free to leave them in the chat. I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. We're currently working on a 90% silver proof Michigan quarter, making this into size 9 ring. Good morning, good morning. Back at it again. So copper clad quarters, which are like the ones just out in circulation, those are $20 a ring. And for the 90% silver ones like these are $100. And I make about 40 different types of rings. So if you want to see the full range of prices, tap my logo up here and the link on my profile. That'll take you right to my store. And you can see all my prices there. Unfortunately, I only had one of these in silver, and somebody snatched it up before I even had it like in my inventory. They were like, hey, I need that. So I need to order some more of these Michigan ones. I do have them in copper though. It's pretty difficult to inventory like something that has 50 different variations. How's it going? It was you. Well, I'm glad you made it back to the live. Did you get to see me make it, or did you just hop in? Copper quarter? Yeah. Most quarters are made of clad copper. So if you look at like the reeded edge of a quarter, you can see the copper in it. You can also see it on the inside. It's kind of sandwiched in the middle. You saw the whole thing? That's good. Trying to see if the walls are even. It looks pretty good. Yeah. Awesome. What work do you do to keep them from turning your finger green? Well, that is one trade-off between the silver and the copper. So silver, you don't have to worry about turning your finger green. Copper, it's just kind of a property of it. Some people are more sensitive to it than others. What I recommend is if you do get a copper one, to get some clear fingernail polish and just paint the inside of it every once in a while. It will wear off over time, but you can just add another layer, and that seems to help. No 81 silver quarters. Yes, it is a shame. The 70s and the 80s are all tricky for silver. 70s are even tougher. And there's not even a copper one for 75. 75 is a tricky date. I still haven't figured that out. What to do for people who want 75s. I'm just buffing off some fire scale here. Bringing some of that shine back to it. And if anybody would like to order a ring from me, Canadian, that's not a bad idea. 57, I probably have some. Let me check. I'm actually not seeing any 57s. That's something I'll have to get. You got a 57? Well, I will follow you and just message me later today, and we'll get that worked out, okay? We used a $50. Yeah, I've got a couple of them. I actually have one in my pickle right now. This is one I made yesterday. This is a 1941 Walking Liberty $50. And I can also do Kennedy $50. This one's tail side out. I just think it looks really cool. The stars all the way around. Great design. But yeah, I can do $50 for sure. And I've even got some, like this is a 64 Kennedy. So that's 90% silver. They come out really clean. I like them. Yeah, the $50 is really nice. And this is actually something I just added to my shop yesterday. So let me show you this. This is, instead of being like 90% silver, this is 99.99 silver. This is a 4-ounce kind of imitation Walking Liberty. And I really like these. Like, you get all the design of the $50, but it's not very heavy. It's very comfortable. How's it going, dude? Thank you. Yeah, I just gotta finish cleaning up the inside of this a little bit more. Oh, you like the wider rings? Let me show you this one. This is an American Eagle. Look at the difference in how thick this is. It's a huge freaking ring. It's a big boy. And then I've got like peace dollars too. They're pretty thick. And see here, this one's a Morgan. So there's a lot to choose from. A lot of different designs you can go with. Yeah. They are on my website. You can also find them by tapping the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. But I recommend going through the link on my profile. The Eagle is pretty awesome. And you can pick different years on the eagles too. Well, let's see, I've got, I think, 2 different ones over here. Got a 2020 and 2008. They come out really nice. The best thing to do to find your ring size is to go to a jewelry store and just get size there. You should get a pretty accurate size, shouldn't take too long, and shouldn't cost you anything. And we're just going to put this one in this pickle for a little bit, and that's going to help knock off whatever fire scale I missed. And this $50's been in the pickle for a little bit, so we're going to dry that off and finish polishing it. I have a recommended tool list on my website, coinringmaker.com. It should be a button very close to the top of the page. I've also got some tutorial videos on YouTube if you want to follow me on YouTube. The account is just called Coin Ring Maker. And we're just polishing up this $50 here. Came out pretty good. Very nice. So you can always be shinier though, right? Oh yeah. So all I have left to do is make these into keychains. And I'm gonna hop off of here. I got a $50 and a quarter. How about 1982 $50 ring size 14? With the $50, I don't have a big enough inventory of them to let people pick the years on them yet. So it would just be like a random $50, but I could do size 14. Pre-1965 coins are 90% silver. So 1964 are silver. This I got at Knott's Berry Farms by a guy who made rings. Mostly they had like dragons and stuff on them. But that was like 15 years ago. So it'd be tricky to track him down. I don't know what to tell you about that. Can you send me one? Yeah, I'll follow you. You follow me back, and you can message me later today, and we can get that worked out. Is that what you use to make your rings? Yes. I use copper, 90% silver, 99.999 silver, and 99.999 copper. So I have like 4 different types of metal that I work with. You can see all the different stuff I make by tapping my logo right here and the link on my profile. I promise I won't be mad if you leave the live for a minute to go check it out and order something. That'd be totally fine with me. So we're just polishing these up a little bit before we poke a hole in them. Get my hole punch here. How do you repurpose the center punches? I'm about to show you. We're going to make them into keychains right now. Keep those plugs. How much for the $50 rings? I think they're $125 for the 90% silver. You can find the product by tapping the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. The silver punches too. So these that I'm working on right now are 90% silver. And that's an option when you order a ring. You can add on a center punch keychain. It's on, I think, every coin ring listing. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it's an option on every coin ring listing. And for the 2022 quarters, they're on special. So you can get a coin ring and a keychain. So it automatically comes together for $22.22. And I think I only have like 4 of those left. But those are just in copper clad. I don't have any in silver. They aren't out yet. I have to wait. And there we go. There's one little keychain. Well, thanks for joining me here on this live. I'm going to have to hop off of here. Kids are crazy. If you haven't checked out the website, it's coinringmaker.com. If you haven't followed me yet, follow me right now. And go watch some of my other videos. They're pretty cool. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you later.